You guys, what is that? What? What? What is that? Oh. Hey, what's up, film enthusiasts, and welcome back to another review. I just got done watching Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, and here's my honest and spoiler-free review. Jesus, that's a long title. So in this movie, we follow Ethan Hunt and his IMF team embark on their most dangerous mission yet, to track down a terrifying new weapon that threatens all of humanity before it falls into the wrong hands. With control of the future and the fate of the world at stake, and dark forces from Ethan's past closing in, a deadly race around the globe begins. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, man. Like most other movie sequels like Transformers, Indiana Jones, and Fast Furious, and then Mission Impossible now, I did watch all of the Mission Impossible movies this year for the first time, and man, this franchise is just amazing. From Mission Impossible 1 to Mission Impossible 7 now, or Dead Reckoning Part 1, it's just full of the most epic adventures and action. So bringing us into Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, the first thing I will say is that this movie does feel like a Part 1. And it does clearly have a cliffhanger ending. So don't be shocked in cinemas about that. But let's just go right into the goods about this movie. Okay, so let's just start off with the obvious. Tom Cruise as Ethan Hunt, still does an amazing job even for his age, and still does his own stunts. That's just crazy. And then we have Simon Pegg as Benji Dunn, and then Vig Hamas, hopefully I'm saying that right, as Luther Stickle. They still just does such an amazing job playing those characters and their character features and what they do on the teams. That team is just perfect. And those are just some highlights, but the supporting cast as Haley Atwell as Grace does a perfectly job. And then we have Rebecca Ferguson returning as Ilsa, and she just does such an amazing job playing those characters and her involvement in the team. And then we have Palm Clementine Keith, hopefully I'm saying that right, and that character is just so interesting to me, and she also did an amazing job. Now moving on to the action sequence in this movie. Damn, there's a lot of action. When I probably say it's probably 60% action, yeah, 60% action sequences through the whole movie. I really found the action sequences in this movie just so interesting and feels unique enough that it doesn't feel like stale. It doesn't get stale. And when I tell you I was at the edge of my seat with the suspense, I was basically falling off. So the suspense in the movie was just so insane, and the stressful moments are just crazy, especially with them fighting on the train and that was shot in my beautiful country, Norway. And that I just have so much respect for, that they filmed so much in my country, Norway. And now speaking of that, all the filming locations in this movie are just amazing. From Abu Dhabi, Rome, Venice, and then of course, like I said, my country, Norway. And then we can talk about the story of this movie. For me, it's just so interesting, and I'm so hyped for the next movie that is supposed, if everything goes right, to come out next year. Now with this new weapon, it's just that it can destroy the world. Maybe it's a little too simple, but it's so interesting to me. And then we have the villain of this movie. The trailer doesn't really make it clear who the villain is, but this villain is just so cool and amazing. And the runtime is 2 hours and 43 minutes, I think. But the pacing is just so fast that it feels like it's basically just a flash. It goes by so quick. It's doesn't really just feel like probably 1.5 hours. But you still have those emotional moments where things start happening and then the character died or something like that. And now moving on to some negatives about this movie. Honestly, there is none, I think. I don't know if... For me, it doesn't feel like it's perfect. But this movie is just so good. It's probably it's probably my favorite of the Mission Impossible franchise. So, I don't think there isn't any flaws, but I don't think it's perfection. But there's no flaws, so how can it not be perfection? I honestly don't know, but it doesn't feel perfect, but it still doesn't have any flaws for me. So, for this movie, I'm giving cinematography 3 points. Maybe it's not too crazy, but it's still so many cool action shots and camera angles, and honestly just everything. And now for acting and dialogue, I'm giving it 3 points. Tom Cruise, Simon Pegg, Ving Rhames, Pom Clemente, everyone just did such an amazing job playing those characters, and it's just perfect casting from main characters to the supporting cast to the actors in the background. Honestly, just everyone is just so perfect in this movie. And now with the storytelling, I'm giving it also a 3 points. The villain and the whole story about the new weapon that can destroy the whole world was just so amazing and interesting to me. And it deserved all those 3 points. So, did I like it? Does it deserve one more point? As you probably tell, hell yeah, this movie was just so amazing with probably no flaws, at least for me. The acting, the storyline, the cinematography, the filming locations, and everything is just so perfect. I don't know why, I just don't feel it's like perfection, but it's one of the best of this year. So if I just add those up, that'll be 9 points. With 1 bonus point, that'll be 10 points. So with that, I'll be ranking this movie a 10 out of 10. Or a 5 out of 5 stars if you're counting Letterboxd, Rotten Tomatoes, or any other ranking places that uses stars. But if I were to give it a critically rating, I'll have to go with actually 9, or if you're counting letters, I will give it probably a critically rating of an A. And yeah, I will definitely recommend it. If your theater still has this movie, go check it out. Even for someone like a person that I know that was tired of Mission Impossible, but when I took this person to see this movie, they ended up just loving this movie. And so you just should give it a chance. Honestly, just give it a chance. Hopefully you will love it the same I did or any other person did. But that's just my review on this movie. What did you think about it? Do you agree with me and saying it's a 10 out of 10 movie? And do you agree What do you think it's the flaws? Comment down below. But don't forget to like and subscribe. That would mean a lot to me. It's free and it takes 1 second. But yeah, I'll see you guys in another video. Peace out.